Taking a look at your engineer's notes, down towards the bottom on the first page, we want to be able to calculate board feet required in order to make your bubblegum machine. If you take a look at the formula that's listed right here, it's the number of pieces times the thickness times the width times the length divided by 144. These pieces all have to be the same length. And thinking about your bubblegum machine, you have 3 pieces that are the same length and 1 piece that is different size. So we have to do 2 calculations. First, we want to take the number of pieces that we had for our top 3 boards, so that's 3. So I'm going to write down 3 times the thickness of those boards, which is 1 inch thick, times the width of those boards, which is 4 inches, times the length of those top 3 boards, which is 5 inches. We want to take that and divide by 144. 144 is 12 inches by 12 inches, which is 1 square board feet. And this equals our board feet. Now we want to take 3 times 1 times 4 inches wide times 5 inches long and to come up with our top number. So I want to take 3 times 1 times 4 times 5, and using your calculator you should get 60, and then divide by 144, and that'll give us our board feet. And if you take 60 and divide it by 144, you should end up with a total board feet for your top 3 boards of 0.42. Now we have to use this same formula again in order to figure out the board feet of the bottom piece, which is 8 inches long. So the number of pieces we're going to have is 1 times the thickness of that board is 1 inch thick, times the width, which is 4 inches, times the length, which is 8 inches. So let's put that into our formula. I have 1 board times 1 inch thick times 4 inches wide times 8 inches long. I take that and divide it by 144. And that gives me the board feet for that bottom board. Then I want to take my calculator and multiply 1 times 4 times 8, and that should give me a number of 32. And I want to take that number and divide by 144, which will give me my board feet. If I take 32 and divide it by 144, I should end up with a number that's 0.22. Now in order to find total board feet, I need to take the board feet of the top 3 boards, which is 0.42, and add it to 0.22, which is the board feet for the bottom board. So I'm going to take 0.42 plus 0.22, and that should give me a total board feet of 0.64 total board feet. Now on the second page you have to plug this board feet into your bill of materials to figure out the total cost of your project. Up here in the top of your bill of materials, it gives you a list below for board feet, how much it costs per board foot, the glue and felt you used, the rubber band, the hot glue, the stain, the pull and the hook, and all of those fit into these sections down here. So let's start with what we know. How many board feet did we have we want to put on this line? If we refer to the other page that we were on, you had 0.64 board feet. The cost of the board feet we want to put here. So taking a look up in our list, the board foot, cost per board foot is $3.40. So I want to take $3.40 and place it here. Now, how much stain did we use? We used 1 unit of stain, and the cost per stain we need to find out by looking up here. The stain was 40 cents. So we're going to take and put our 40 cents on the line for the cost per stain. Now we need to find felt and glue price. We had 1 unit of felt and glue because we made one bubblegum machine and only used 1 unit of it. But we want to look up in our area here to find out how much felt and glue is. 85 cents for the glue and felt. So I'm going to write 0.85 on a line. The cost for the hot glue to put your pieces together, hot glue is 25 cents. So we used 1 unit of hot glue and it was 25 cents. Likewise, we used 1 rubber band, and the cost of the rubber band we find up here in our list of materials is 5 cents. So on the line for the cost of the band is 0.05. Then we want to take a look at how much the jar was. We used 1 jar, but the jar cost $1.85. So we used 1 jar for our bubblegum machine. It was a total cost of $1.85. And then we have the last item, which is the pull and the hook that you used in order to get the gumballs out. We had 1 puller hook, and if you take a look up here, pull and hook is quarter a piece. So I used 1 pull, and it is 0.25. Now I take and I transfer all of these dimensions here, these numbers here, over to our total line. First I need to multiply 0.64 times $3.40 in order to give me my total. All the other ones, since they're only 1 unit for this project, this number here times 1 just carries over to the total item. So bringing them across, $3.40 times 0.64 gives me $2.18. This gives me 40 cents. The cost for the felt and glue total for this project is $1.85. 85 cents. The cost for the hot glue is 25 cents. The cost for the rubber band is a nickel, 5 cents. The cost for the jar is $1.85, and the cost for the pull is a quarter, 25 cents. Now when I take and add all of these items here together, that will give me the total cost of what it made in my bill of materials to make the gumball machine. When you take and add all of these up, you should end up with a total cost of $5.83 in order to make each gumball machine.